So I would like to introduce you to geograf3333, brand new account, and he has basically only played tech tree vehicles. But you can see as a very new vehicle person in the game, he's like, you know, 9 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, very, very openly good at this game, and is shooting at people literally, was it 2 kilometers away? Yeah, 2.5 kilometers away. On the move. Granted, this thing doesn't have a stabilizer. So once he gets to stabilizer territory, he's going to be perfectly fine. Now, 240 battles is still very new in this game's history, but he has hundreds of kills on his account that have been gotten away with scot-free because he's full-on cheating on this account. Now, I said before, this is most likely a person's alt account because they do not want to cheat on their main. And I don't understand, as always, how an anti-cheat can look at something like this and say it's fine. And it's the general notion that EAC, as always, does absolutely nothing. The reason why we haven't had, and the crazy thing to think about it, we haven't had a ban wave in over a month now, and yet Gaijin is still just saying otherwise. Now, granted, if we have a ban wave in the time that I'm recording this, that would be great. But that ban wave better be like 4,000 or 5,000 players because of the amount of people I've seen cheating. Now, granted, the upside is this last patch was not very exciting for a lot of players, and as on some of the names I've looked at, there are quite a few names on the list that you guys have given me that no longer cheat, or they are basically abandoned accounts. Now, abandoned accounts are basically someone cheated on them or did cheat on them a while ago and now no longer cheat on them, or they moved on to another new account entirely, which a lot of these guys do. So there's a lot of accounts that get cheated on and then just get left alone because these guys will go play, you know, another one entirely or buy something else or just do something else absolutely entirely because they don't feel like, you know, grinding up another nation. And these guys will do this. They'll jump from account to account to account to account because they absolutely can. And I don't understand how Gaijin sort of allows that, because if what I've been told, Gaijin has hardware ID bans in place for some people. If that's the case, they would know that there is an account using the same hardware every single time. Because I honestly don't believe, unless your account gets banned, I honestly don't believe that if Gaijin actually did software banning someone, that they would actually let this go on as long as it does. But like I said before, unless Gaijin has their monetary value hit in any way, shape, or form, they're not going to care. And I don't believe that that's the case ever. They will physically never care about what goes on in this game because their bottom line isn't being hurt at all. And I'm not saying that like in that they own what's going on here, like the cheats that are going on here, but I'm fairly sure that they have some knowledge of the groups that are running these and are doing nothing about them. Because if they did, then they'd be able to know what's going on and who to ban and whatnot. It's the reason why what occurred with that Chinese wave, that they essentially banned a bunch of players from that. And also, it's really rare to see an IS-7. I sold you a long time ago for a couple $100. But yes, so if Gaijin actually cared, they would care what hits their bottom line. But they don't do that because they're still selling $70, $60, $50, $75 premiums every time a new patch comes out. Mostly, I would say, because of bot accounts. But the crazy thing for me is that if you look at the actual... So this patch, if you look at Steam Charts... Again, I know Steam Charts isn't the whole only metric because this is a multi-platform game. But Steam Charts, this patch, was not very good. There was clearly not very much excitement for multipathing because of the way multipathing has clearly worked. I think Deffin's video recently was showing that you could actually multipath people through terrain, which means that that is entirely not working at all. So, as we can see, Gaijin is totally not caring about fixing their own problem with their own game more than fixing the cheating problem. I honestly believe that they have more issues, way more issues with, you know, bugs with their game than dealing with cheating at all. Yeah, and that's where I'm at with this. I really do honestly believe that Gaijin will not fix anything with cheating until they fix anything with their game. And since there's been prolonged things in this game for literally years, I honestly don't think that they'll ever fix the cheating problem. Because until they do that, they would actually develop their own anti-cheat like they used to, and then we wouldn't have a cheater problem. Or at least we'd have a much less of a cheater problem. This channel probably wouldn't exist if they still used their original anti-cheat. So, I'm going to leave this here because this is obviously very blatant going on in the background. So, as always, if you have a player you want to lead to me, please follow the format in the pinned comment. And always try to follow the video that I link there as well, because full links will automatically get deleted by YouTube. Like, automatically. And if it doesn't work entirely, just leave the end link of the replay and describe the name to me if you think it's going to get banned. I'm not doing anything different right now. I don't plan on doing a Discord because it's way too much to manage, and I already have people wanting to harass me in that regard, so Discord will likely not happen. So comment section is about as good as it can get right now because people want to be absolute morons and harass me all the time. So, as always, have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.